Hello, James Graney here from internetbizuni.com, and in today's video I will be taking you through the entire process of getting any product approved to be sold on Amazon if Amazon deems the product as a hazmat product. So basically Amazon deems a hazmat product as a product that has the potential to become dangerous, and this can become dangerous at any stage in the process, from being in the Amazon FBA warehouse to being sent out to the customer. Whichever stage it's at, if Amazon deems that there is some potential dangerous with their product, then they will classify it as a hazmat product. If they do classify it as a hazmat product, I'm going to take you through each of the different scenarios in this video so that you can get it approved and be actually allowed to sell your product via Amazon FBA. The process is very simple, but if you don't give Amazon exactly what they're looking for, then they will not allow you to sell the product that they deem as a hazmat product through Amazon FBA. So in this video, I'm going to go through each of the different steps and scenarios and explain to you exactly how you can get your product approved, no matter what they deem it hazmat for. And believe me, I know how frustrating it can be if your product isn't getting accepted, or if Amazon simply aren't allowing you to sell your product via Amazon FBA because it is down as a hazmat product. This can be extremely frustrating going through this process, but I'm going to go through it as quickly as possible and share with you each stage of the process so that you know exactly what to do by the end of this video to get any product approved and through and be allowed to sell it via Amazon FBA if they deem it as a hazmat product. Okay, so I'm now going to show you exactly what you have to do to get your product approved to be allowed to sell it via Amazon FBA. So these are the different steps. First thing you'll have to do is create your listing for your product. Then if you go up here into inventory, you will see the list of your product's inventory. If your product requires to be hazmat approved, then you will see a message like this pop up. What you then have to do is click on this button here and they will ask you for some further details. But it's pretty simple. You'll be able to go into your inventory, see the list of your inventory, see whichever ones has a message saying that Amazon require further information, and then you will have to supply the additional information to them. Now I'm just going to show you exactly how you can do that. So when you click on that, you get through to this page, and basically on this page all you'll have to do is put in your product's ASIN, then you'll have to put in the marketplace. So if it's on Amazon.com in the US, just click Amazon.com. If it's in Amazon.co.uk, just select the drop down menu and select Amazon.co.uk. Then just put in the language that your documents are in. Then you just upload the documents here. But now I'm just going to explain to you what documents you need. See over here where the arrow is? This is the first document that you'll need. This will allow you to apply to be exempt from the hazmat program. So a lot of products, a high percentage of products that actually fall under this hazmat category actually aren't hazmat products. They're not really dangerous products, and that includes any cosmetic products or products that have batteries included, or even batteries themselves. And if your product is that type of product, you'll click up here and you will get an exemption form. Once you click on it, you will download the exemption form and you will just have to fill it out. I'm going to show you how to fill that out now. If your product can't be exempt, then you have to fill out an SDS form. And basically what the SDS form is just showing that your product meets all of the necessary safety requirements. And you will have to get all of this information from your manufacturer. Then just click on the file here and upload this information to Amazon after you have done that. But I'm just going to run through it now so that you know exactly what to put on each of the forms. So on the exemption form, this is what it looks like. Basically, you'll put the date here that you're applying for it. You'll put your merchant ID here. I'm going to show you how to get your merchant ID, just in case you don't know, on the next slide. Then you put your name here, and again, you have to put your full name, otherwise this form won't be accepted. And then just put your company name. So if you have a limited company or an LLC, just put your company name there. Then this is where you get your merchant ID from. If you go up inside Center Central, click on Settings, click down to Integration Settings. Again, these might be named slightly different on the different Amazon marketplaces, but this is where it does lie. You will see your merchant ID here. You'll just copy that ID number and paste it in on the first page of this exemption form. Then you get on to the next page, and basically you just have to tick yes or no for whichever one of these your product comes under. So if your product has any of these requirements, if it's a flammable product, if it's an explosive product, then you have to put yes beside it. But hopefully none of your products will come under any of these, because if it does, it's unlikely to be accepted, and Amazon won't allow you to send it into their FBA warehouses because it will be deemed as unsafe for their employees and anyone else coming in contact with the product. But yeah, you'll just go down through this and check the boxes, make sure that your product doesn't fall under any of these, doesn't have any of these requirements on it, and then you'll just click no beside it. And then if you do click yes on any of them, you have to put in your ASIN for the product that you are referring to. But if you just click no for them all, then you don't have to put in your ASIN there at all. Then here it's just very straightforward. If your product comes with batteries, or if your product is batteries that you're actually selling, then you will fill out this form. If it doesn't, then you won't fill out this form. You will just have to confirm down here by ticking these boxes that everything that you have said is correct. And once you have done that, then you have correctly filled out the form, and all you will have to simply do is go back to the previous one where you upload the form. So you will just go back to this slide and you will click on choose file, and you will upload this file. Again, you will just save this file on your computer somewhere and then select it from here, and that's your exemption sheet. If your product is eligible for exemption, you won't need to upload any other document with it. But if your product is not eligible for exemption, then you will have to supply further details to Amazon. And this is where it does get frustrating. So Amazon can just reject your application and not clearly tell you what they require in order to accept your application. So you kind of have to work that one out for yourself with your manufacturer. And this is where it comes in, having a good manufacturer that has sold products to whichever country you're selling in at the moment. So if you're selling in the US, it's good to have a manufacturer that has sold products into the US before, because they should know what laws they are required to meet when sending products in, and they should have the certification in order to prove that your products meet these requirements. And once they do have that, which again, most manufacturers will, because most manufacturers sell products into the US and UK and most of the other marketplaces in which you will be selling on. And then all you will need to do is get in contact with your manufacturer and ask them to send on these certificates to you so that you can upload them here by simply clicking on upload file and uploading them with your application. Again, doing all of this together is the best way to get approved. You know, out of all the approvals I've seen, the best way is by sending them as much information as possible. So if you think your product can be exempt, fill out the exemption form as I showed you and upload that file, as well as this. Upload all of the other files that you get from your manufacturer. So go and contact your manufacturer as soon as your product is deemed a hazmat product and ask them for any certificates that they have to prove that your product is meeting a safety requirement. Because basically that is all Amazon is wondering. Once you can show Amazon that your product is safe and it's not going to explode when it goes into their warehouse or set fire to anything, then Amazon will approve it. But you need to send them the evidence to back this claim up. You can't just simply tell them, you know, my product is safe, it has these components in it, but it's 100% safe. You have to prove it to them. And the way to do this is by sending certificates showing that your product has been checked and does meet these requirements. And any manufacturer that sells products, you know, into the US or into the UK will meet all of these requirements. They will have been required to in the past. So it is a matter of getting the certificates from them, showing that they do meet these requirements. Because basically how this works is someone goes out and assesses their factory and gives them a certificate. Usually this has to be done like every 5 years when a company actually goes out and assesses their factory, sees that they meet these requirements and gives them a certificate showing that they meet the requirements that they are required to meet to have safe products and to be able to sell their products, meet the laws in the UK, US and all of the other countries in which they sell it. And that's basically how you go through the entire process of getting your product approved and be eligible to sell your product via Amazon FBA if it is flagged as a hazmat product. In a certain number of cases, Amazon still don't allow you to sell. And I was working with one seller recently who, after numerous times sending numerous forms like this through to Amazon, still couldn't get their product approved. They reached out to seller support. And after reaching out to seller support they were able to get talking to someone who is in the Hazmat team, and then they were able to talk it through with them, just a number of messages back and forward with someone in the Hazmat team, and they were able to get their application approved. But again, they had sent through all of the required forms, and for whatever reason, it was going through to the wrong department, or the wrong person was seeing it and simply not approving their application. But after they contacted Seller Central, and again, you can do this by phone or by email or by chat, they done it by chat. They got their message forwarded to someone in the Hazmat team by simply asking, can you forward me on to someone in the Hazmat team? And once they got forwarded on to them, they just talked it through in chat that they've sent them this form, they've sent them that form, and said that their application still hasn't been approved. And after the person they got talking to checked it all through, within 24 hours their product was approved. So although it does take some patience and it can get extremely frustrating when going through this, if you do follow the steps that I've outlined in this video, you will be able to get your product approved, and you will be able to sell it via Amazon FBA if it is deemed as a hazmat product. Now, please note, for anyone who was just watching this video and their product hasn't been deemed as a hazmat product, it's not all products that Amazon will deem as a hazmat product. It's something in their computers that their computers picked up when you create a listing for your product. So again, this can be to do with the category that you list your product in, the subcategory that you list your product in, as well as keywords that you put in your listing. This triggers something on Amazon's end, and once this triggers, Amazon deem your product as a hazmat product. And then once they do this, you have to go through what I went through with you in this video to get your product approved and to be allowed to sell it via Amazon FBA. But again, as you can see, it is a fairly straightforward process, but it can be complicated at times by Amazon, who simply don't deal with the information that you give them. But if you give them everything that they need in order to approve your application, then they usually will approve it. And as long as you're not selling a product that is going to explode or has a chance of setting Amazon's warehouse on fire, then they will approve your application. Please let me know what you think of this video by dropping a comment below. If you do, you enter in for your chance to win this entire bundle of products. If you have entered already by commenting and subscribing for my channel, then you are in the draw. But the more times you comment after you subscribe, the more times you're entered in the draw, the more chance that you have to win this entire bundle that's valued at around £500 at this time, and it is going to go up in value. So whenever I reach 15,000 subscribers, I'm going to pick someone that is subscribed to my channel that has commented on my video, pick them out randomly, and the more times that you comment, the more chances you have of winning. And after I pick out that person, I will send them out this entire bundle. So make sure to drop a comment below. Just let me know what you think of this video, or if you have any questions, just anything in general. Once you leave a comment down below, you will be entered in. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next one. Bye.